Welcome to the Ronnie and Bo Show.
Another wonderful day of podcasts.
Exactly. Welcome to the best, worst podcast you've ever heard. It's another good day for it, right, Bo?
Yeah, no, this is wonderful. We're having fun.
We are. Today we get to talk about facial hair.
Yes.
I'm excited for that. There's some good beards out there, and I'm looking at one right now. I wish you could see. Well, you can see if you look on our Facebook page or
our YouTube page. We got pictures.
Goodness. But before we get to that, Mr. Bo Woods, it's time for our daily dose.
Well, I don't know what the daily dose is, but I have a question, and it's an unanswerable question.
You don't know what the daily dose is? Did you take your medication this morning?
Yeah,
that's what I'm asking.
Are you going to hit me with a needle or squirt something up my nose? Man. I don't understand what the daily dose is.
So medicated right
but
now.
That's me. You're smarter than I am. Pardon me.
Oh, no, you're okay. See, you do need some sort of medication. Yeah.
So I was brushing my teeth this morning.
Yep.
Insert joke here. That was the time of the week? No, I do it every day, twice a day. But so here's the daily dose question.
Yes.
When you brush your teeth, if you brush your tongue and if you brush the roof of your mouth with your teeth, do you gag a little bit? Do you have a gag reflex when you brush teeth?
Oh, my goodness. I have the quickest gag reflex ever. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's severe. And
you look at a toothbrush and you start gagging.
Right. I've passed it down to at least one of my children as well.
Some people don't.
Yeah.
I do. I do have a gag reflex. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you get that thing where you know you're going to gag because you know yourself, right? And so what you do is, depending on your mood that morning, you either go real quick to try not to gag, or you just go with the gag.
Exactly.
You go, I'm just going to hurt myself. I'm punishing myself.
Yeah.
You just go, and you just,
I think that was one of the first, couple of weeks of marriage sort of thing where Anna could hear it from in the bathroom.
Oh, no.
And, and what are you doing?
And the inside of your cheeks water and your eyes water and you get that.
Exactly.
Okay, well, good. I'm glad I'm not alone.
Yep.
Have we grossed everybody out?
You are not alone. And if that wasn't enough of a daily dose, then I don't know what is.
I think that was an overdose.
Yeah, that is so true. You can comment below if you are a toothpaste gagger or not, and let us know. And
I would love to know. Tally up the votes to see what percentage.
Exactly, and if you are, reflex. Then if anybody's found a remedy for not,
that's nice.
That would be super helpful.
Post it in the comments. We need those answers.
Yeah, we do quickly.
I started growing a beard, Ron.
Yeah.
And I was just, you just get lazy and you're tired to shave every once in a while, right? You get tired of shaving.
Yep.
And it just sort of happened at the end of October, like every guy. And you go, I'll just call it No Shave November.
Right, exactly.
Which is just an excuse for not shaving because you're lazy at the end of October.
Yeah.
And I've been doing it. And I said, well, I'll probably shave it when it starts to itch. And I don't remember if I went through an itching period or I didn't have an itching period this time.
So how long has this been?
November to today, May.
Okay.
So
and it's a fierce, excellent beard.
Well, and I didn't know how to do it. I didn't have any, goals or anything. I just said I'm just going to let it grow.
Yeah.
And then I have a friend, but I never went to him. Damien over at John Hancock Barbershop.
Oh yeah, John Hancock Barbershop is a great place that I am aware of, but I myself have no need for because I don't have any hair.
Need a haircut.
Yeah.
But if you grow that goatee out, they'll trim it. Okay.
Awesome.
So Damien, I go to Damien. I'm friends with him, and I feel comfortable with him.
Yeah, right.
By the way, I could tell you great stories about John Hancock.
Yeah.
So these guys met in the Army. Grant and Damien met in the Army, and then they got out, and they went to Cosmopolitan School, and they said, we have to do, and I shouldn't say this, but they said, we have to do ladies' hair. We don't want to do that. And then beards and man caves and stuff came back into vogue, and so they have this wonderful barbershop.
Right.
They're right at the face of Elks Theater.
Yep.
There's a little storefront.
Downtown Prescott.
Boy, if you don't need a haircut, go in there and just look at the decor. It's so awesome. But they have drinks. They even serve alcohol. If you're interested in a little rum and coke while you're getting your haircut and your beard trim. So it's amazing. And now they're going, I shouldn't say this. I don't know if we're allowed to make this public announcement. but they bought a 9,000 square foot warehouse in Prescott.
Wow.
Down the street across the street from Rosati's.
Okay.
There's a street that goes towards the train bridge, and I think if you go further down that street, it's the Prescott Utilities yard.
Okay.
But it's just before that. It's a 9,000 square foot warehouse that they're going to turn into a barber shop,
that's fantastic.
a pool hall, a coffee shop. It's going to be an amazing building. Yeah.
That's great.
Anyways, that's getting off the topic of beards, but I just grow this thing, and it's just, I don't know what to say. It just looks like, whatever.
Now, had you tried before? Have you ever gone this long?
No, never.
Okay.
It always gets itchy, and I shave it off.
Because some people, they do start to grow, and then they look like a Chernobyl victim. They got a patch over here and one over there, but they can't.
Everybody says that to me.
Yeah.
I can't grow it under the mustache.
Right,
I can't grow it around the chin.
Got it.
I got it everywhere, and everybody loves it.
Yep.
And so anyway, I just did it for kicks, and now I'm getting comments and compliments, and I mean it's becoming my personality. But anyways, I decided to grow it, and I said I don't know what I'm going to do, but until I decide, I'm just going to grow it. So it looked like I was buried in it.
Right.
It looked like an upside down afro. It was just out. And then I finally went to Damien, and he said, well, what you do is you shave the sides, get those down, and you keep the chin, the mustache, as long as you want, growing as wild and as long as you want, and then you keep the chin as long as you want. So you grow the sides. So he did that.
Wow.
And I told him this story when I went and saw him the second time. But I did that, and he shaved the sides real tight, and he said, we'll just let the mutt, is that what you call it?
Okay.
Grow.
Yeah.
And I came home, and I love the sides shaved. And I came home, and my wife said, it looks good. You look like a schnauzer.
Hence the name Mutt.
Yeah, so I guess. I don't know.
Wow.
But and then another story. Well, I'm going to tell you two more stories, if you don't mind, if you'll allow.
It's good.
So I was in a doctor's office,
Yeah.
and now I have the beard, so I don't think about it as much. I'm not as I don't know that it's there, and I'm on the beard. I'm on the at the doctor's office. I don't know how to speak.
Yeah, no.
I'm on the doctor. No, I'm on the beard. No, it's on my face. I'm not on my. Anyways, so I'm waiting in the waiting room, and there's a bunch of magazines, obviously.
Right.
And a patient comes out. He's leaving.
Okay.
An elder man, and he looks at me, and we make small talk. I said, "Hi there."
Yeah.
And he said, "Hey, how are you?" And he said, you look like, he said something like nice beard.
Yeah.
And I said, thank you very much. And he said, you look like that basketball player.
What?
Yeah, exactly. You want to give me a little more clue?
Yeah.
And I said, oh, thank you. He says, you know who I'm talking about? No idea.
You didn't play long or anything?
I did. And he said, you know who I'm talking about? I said, yeah, I do. Thank you very much. That's a compliment. You look like that basketball. Is he talking about Bill Walton? I mean, in 1979?
Right.
Who's he talking about?
Right.
And so we get done, and he leaves the office, and I just happened to glance down, and there is a Sports Illustrated magazine, and on the cover is the Houston Rockets player James Harden.
Oh my goodness!
Who's got that big beard? And
I got to pull that up because that's too good.
Well, don't be shocked when you pull it up and see a picture of James Harden. I don't think he was accurate with that comparison. Okay, now you know what I'm talking about.
Oh man! Well, I see it here, and you can go. We'll post it on the Facebook page.
Okay.
And I think that would be good because you can compare what you think, and I can see it. I mean, other than your skin color, I can see the
and my basketball ability.
I can see the comparison.
But I mean, he could have said I look like President Harding. I don't know. Does President Harding have a beard? Did he have a beard?
Man, I'm not sure.
Back in the Civil War days?
No. Well, I mean, that you talk about famous beards.
Yes.
Though, and civil. I mean, Abe Lincoln. That's a great beard.
That's great.
That's
fantastic.
A great beard.
Well, I'm not that intelligent or deep thinking. I was thinking of the most, what is it? The most dangerous man in the world, the most intelligent man in the world, the guy that sells those beer commercials.
Mysterious, exactly.
I looked that guy up.
Yeah.
And I got into a phase where I was going to look at beards to see if I wanted to copy a style.
Yes.
I looked that guy up, the most interesting man in the world.
Yeah, that's it.
And when I looked it up, I didn't know this, but there were two actors. I bet you didn't know there were two actors.
They just slapped the beard on both of them? And
No, they both had beards, but there were two different models. They were two different actors.
Wow.
But you don't even remember the first guy. You remember the last guy.
No. Yeah.
What other famous beards? Oh, I got one.
Yeah.
And, people think that we're looking at a screen or something, or we have a list of these. We don't. We're not that smart.
To remember.
We probably should do that.
We should do that. I think so.
Colonel Sanders. Maybe that's the way I should work this beard. But I don't think he had any size.
I'm starting on the goatee. Yeah, so I could do a long Colonel Sanders, and then he had the kind of the handlebar mustache, and I mean that's an epic one.
By the way, I've bought beard balm. I've bought beard wax.
Yeah.
I've bought it all. So
you got it.
I got all the beard products.
That's fantastic. I think that it is a trend. I think there are more. Doesn't it go through like kind of decades where it seems like everybody's clean shaven or everybody's got facial hair, including the women. I went to college in Arkansas where
really
every woman is bearded, and so
that makes sense.
But yeah, I'm thinking of when I think of facial hair too. I mean, I think of mustaches just as well as and Tom Selleck. To
that's
me
a good
is
one.
The iconic mustached guy.
Oh no! Now I'm going to slow the podcast down because I'm going to ask you who's that guy, and you're going to go, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
we're going to stammer
okay.
and stammer.
That's fine.
Who's the guy that has that deep voice that Dodge trucks? That guy.
Oh yeah, Sam.
But he's got a great beard.
Yeah.
And mustache.
Yes.
And I think he was on a Netflix show
Sam
called
Shepard?
Maybe it was, but it might be the other guy.
Yeah.
But he's also on a Netflix show called The Ranch.
Yeah.
With Ashton Kutcher. That guy.
Oh,
the guy with the deep voice. But
he was
got
in
incredible
Tombstone.
beard.
I think he was
all those guys.
Yeah. He was Kurt Russell's older brother, and
there
he
you
had
go.
a great
there
stash.
You go.
Yeah. Well, I can only aspire to have a beard like yours. But you know why? This is I mean, important trivia for you and all of our listeners. I refuse to have a beard because do you remember the childhood game?
Yes.
Where,
was it Operation?
No, it was a matching one.
Okay.
Guess Who?
Okay.
That's what it was called. And there were all these cartoon character faces on cards, and they each had a match, and it was like a matching.
You flip them over and you flip them back.
And you flip them back, and there was one as a child.
I didn't know where it was, but I know what you're saying.
A round-faced, bald man with a huge beard.
Yeah.
And he terrified me as a child. Now that I am bald, the only thing I think of if I grow my beard would be I would be the round-faced bald man in Guess Who? I refuse. Say goodbye, Ron. Goodbye, Ron.
No. Okay.